The 2025 Atlantic hurricane season officially comes to an end on November 30th. So we are recapping this season with some of the most destructive storms of the year. The most recent storm that hit Jamaica developed into the third Cat 5 of the hurricane season and became one of the strongest Atlantic Basin hurricane landfalls on record through the southwest of Jamaica. They are still dealing with cleanup of all of the destruction that they experienced there. This is just some of the scenes out of Jamaica. Now, a month before that was September 2025, Hurricane Humberto, which became the second Cat 5 of the season. And this was just a week after Hurricane Imelda developed. We'll dive into more of this in a second with meteorologist Kevin Mackay, but the other hurricane that was one of the major and first Cat 5 of the season was Hurricane Erin. Do you remember this one? This was back in August 2025, and Erin underwent rapid intensification and tied for the fifth fastest 24-hour wind speed increase. So, getting more into the details is meteorologist Kevin Mackay, who joins us. Kevin, 13 named storms this season. 5 of them actually became hurricanes, though.
Yeah, we went for the quality over the quantity in 2025. 80% of the hurricanes became major hurricanes, which means they reached Category 3, not necessarily at landfall, but at some point along their life cycle. Now, if you're wondering the names that were next on the docket, Nestor, Olga, Pablo, not quite there. They'll be used in years down the line. Now, Victoria mentioned some of those records that were set, especially by Melissa. That is a 1-minute sustained wind of 300 kilometers per hour, near the record. Now, when they send those planes into the hurricane to get the wind speeds, they drop. It's called a drop sonde, and that actually measures the wind speed as it falls, and it got an peak wind gust, an instantaneous wind gust of 407 kilometers per hour, which was the strongest wind gust ever recorded during that methodology through hurricanes and typhoons and cyclones. Now, when it comes to storms of 2025, yes, Melissa topped the charts by 30 kilometers per hour. We had 4 Category 5s. We did have 1 Category 5 typhoon. Now, what you did notice, or maybe you didn't notice, when we were looking at those satellite images, was we weren't looking at anything making landfall in the U.S. In fact, this is the first year in over a decade where no hurricane made landfall on the U.S. shoreline. Chantal made landfall in the Carolinas, but that was a tropical storm, wasn't even a hurricane before landfall. And Erin, that was the lucky one that it recurved quite nicely, and we had the shoreline flooding and the high surf, but no wind damage. So that is a little bit of a saving grace and an upside for the 2025 hurricane season.
And we're almost there with our average. Kevin, typically in a year we see 14 storms. Typically 7 of them become hurricanes. However, on average, only 3 become major hurricanes. What does it need to become a major hurricane?
Well, you just need the perfect dynamics. You need that warm water, which is always going to be in place in the tropics, and you need low shear, and you need those waves coming across from Africa, and sometimes it's that shear environment, that wind aloft that we can't get rid of. So that's why some seasons are stronger than others.